What's going on, guys? Welcome, welcome yet again. I just finished up uploading a straight up banger of a video. I wanted to release it immediately. I wanted to drop it right away because I know it's going to do good. It's a damn good video that no one else is going to do. There's a lot that I covered in the video. But I didn't want to release it and then go live so I'm going to do my live stream for about an hour and a half, the weekly live chat. And then I'm going to drop the video at the end of the stream. So be looking forward to that video. If you're watching this tomorrow, on Thursday, Friday, whatever, you may watch this stream. Make sure to go check out the video. The video is bing, 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 bing. I'm going to wait till more people get in here. But the video is, I'll read you the exact title. It's a straight up heater. It's about, it's 32 minutes long. I tried to move fast, boys. But it is Dustin Poirier humiliated Michael Chandler for waiting for the Conor McGregor fight. And it's Ariel Helwani, Michael Chandler, or not, it's not Michael Chandler. Ariel Helwani and Dustin Poirier speaking a lot about Michael Chandler. And Dustin kind of giving his input on would he have waited, considering he fought Conor twice or three times, but more recently, the 2 times he fought him recently. How long would he have waited? Talks about contract situations, and it gave me a perfect opportunity to break down a point that I've been beating into your guys' heads forever. And also, Ariel discusses Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler's not happening at the Sphere. He says there's absolutely, positively no way it happens at the Sphere, which, again, I covered in my Sphere video from yesterday. I keep wanting to say 2 days ago because I recorded 2 days ago. But my Sphere video from yesterday already aging quite well. At this point, if you're not following the channel, you are behind on actual information about what's really going on. I'm telling you, without having any sources, I'm reading nuanced situations, giving my educated guesses on them, and they're always right. Anyway, GTA 6 before Conor Chandler, 100%. Joey got his polo on today. Means business. That's facts. Like up the stream, yeah. That's true. Just a walk-on kid. Great choice of attire. Thank you, Tiramisu. Thank you. Just a walk-on kid. I didn't make any walk-on jokes, but I did make one really funny joke maybe 20 minutes into the video. I just remembered-ish. It's a heater of a video. I wanted to drop it right away. But you guys will just have to wait until the end of the stream. I'll drop it in the stream. At the end of the stream, I'll drop it in the chat. Hopefully it does well in the algorithm. My Sphere video exceeded all expectations. Nobody was talking about the Sphere. Now everyone's talking about the Sphere, allegedly. So you guys have to know what a trendsetter I am. Sterling probably beats Lopez. To be honest, Sterling probably does. I think Sterling does beat Lopez. Volk steps in on 2 months' notice to fight Michael Chandler at the Sphere. Ew. I think if they give Chandler any fight, they might give him a BMF title fight, which is the most embarrassing thing ever. Did you see Conor's meltdown on IG regarding Khabib? I did. I thought about including in the video, but the video was already going to be too long, so I decided not to cover it. It just is what it is. Lopez chin Sterling, doubtful. Joe, did you ever talk about how Chandler begged his wife for 2 years via email to go on a date with him? I have not. I've heard of that, but why am I going to criticize his personal decisions? That's up to him. I mean, that's his family life. I cover it from the retrospect of he's selling the fans wolf tickets, and it's pissing me off. McGregor can only get motivated if Khabib returns. Thoughts on making a video comparing the POV numbers of Shakur compared to Nate versus Jorge boxing dead, been dead. I don't know what you mean. I have no idea what you're even talking about. I don't know what the numbers are. Can't wait for 305, so I know who Strickland's defending his belt against. Dude, Strickland isn't even going to get that fight, I don't think. So, that's funny. What it is. Hey, what do you think of, who do you got in the Evelev Sterling matchup? I would take Evelev. I think Evelev beats the shit out of Sterling, actually. I would probably pick Evelev over Topuria. I've been high on Evelev for a while. You can go back years ago and say how high I was on Evelev. So, Yeah. Joe, did you ever talk about? Already read that. Can't wait for 3 of 5. Hey, Joey, how are you tonight? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. After that Nate win, Conor versus Nate is most likely. It wouldn't shock me, Conor Nate or Conor Dustin. Sean Strickland would rather get into a bike accident than fight Whitaker. Yeah, that's probably why he did that. Any other news from Ariel? Not that I know of, but Ariel did say there's no way Conor versus Chandler happens at the Sphere, which I've been telling you guys. Dana doesn't like Evlev, yeah, because he's betting during fights, which is crazy. Literally betting during fights, an embarrassment. Joe, in your opinion, who should the UFC put as a main event for the Sphere? My opinion, it has to be O'Malley Merab. So it has to be Sean O'Malley versus Merab. There's no other answers. But I got a sickening feeling it's going to be Grasso versus Fior. I'm going to be sickened. I'm going to be straight up sickened if it's Grasso Fior. Oh my goodness. I'll literally throw up. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Joe, in your already read that. Did you hear the news today? Seems like Conor isn't fighting this year. We'll see. Conor Chandler was never on again. People buying that are poor, unfortunate souls. I know. I'd rather Topuria Max than Conor coming back. Dude, I don't give a rat's ass about Conor coming back. If they were to have Evlev fight someone for the belt, Ilia would be the best to do because they could promote it as undefeated. I know. I wish they would make it now. I wish they would do it right now. That'd be a heater. But then again, I want Topuria Holloway, but it just sucks, man. We're not going to see that for a while. And it could get derailed in multiple different ways. So, could it be possible Moreno come back for the belt? He's the biggest Mexican star. I guess. But coming off a loss, they're going to give another undeserved title shot? I don't know. So, Mayweather returned to MMA YouTube. Awesome. McNuggets versus Chandler was never back on. A lot of people have been telling me it's going to happen at the Sphere, dude. A lot of people have been thinking it's going to happen at the Sphere. But I know what you mean. I just put it in the title because it's the topic of my next video. Did you say Evlev was betting during the fights? No, Dana White was betting on football and watching football games during Evlev's fight, which was exciting, and then Dana criticized the fight. Thoughts about PFL Africa event? I don't have any thoughts on it, really. We'll see how it materializes. I'd rather watch Grasso Fior than Grasso Valentina 3. Grasso and Valentina, I'm just getting so tired of seeing them fight once a year, to be honest. I want to see Evlev versus Volk for a title eliminator. Damn, talk about giving Volk a tough matchup. Who does Movsar fight next? Apparently Aljo, dude. Aljo's been constantly saying like he's not fighting until later this year. But hopefully. The way Dana's hyping up the Sphere, it better not drop the ball. No pun intended. He may drop the ball. Kenny was just saying really nice things about your channel. That's how I found your channel. Awesome. Thank you for watching the channel. Do you think Conor actually does cocaine? A lot of seems. Yes, I do. I do think he probably does. I'm not a medical expert, but he strikes me as definitely. Kai Asakura versus Pantoja's next at flyweight, probably at 307 or MSG. Yeah, Pantoja kind of gave that away when he said that he was going to be fighting a unexpected name in his next fight. Imagine Dana making his way up to featherweight title shot. What do you mean? Where'd you make the bulk of your money? What are you talking about? How about Dana? Does he also do cocaine? Probably. Maybe he stopped recently, but at some point he was definitely snorting lines left and right. So, yeah. Does Cortez get into the conversation with Manon and Grasso if she wins this weekend? Maybe. Yeah, she'll probably get some Dana White privilege because you got the simps out for her. Mitch McNuggets is sparring, supposedly. Manel Kape is the most interesting fighter at flyweight. Is he still at flyweight? He never shows up. Jay, big fan of the channel. Thanks for being consistent with content. If I have a dono, would you follow me on Twitter? You can dono, but I mean, I guess I can follow you on Twitter regardless. Are you actually posting anything on Twitter? I mean, you can dono if you want to support the channel, but I can follow you on Twitter if you post something. I mean, I guess. Sure. Now I'm taking donos for follows on Twitter. Sure. Go ahead and send your username in a dono. Sean O'Malley versus Sandhagen next. Yeah, but that requires Malley to get by Merab and Sandhagen to get by Umar. I remember Dana criticizing the Evlev fight. That was bizarre because I remember live it was the best fight on the card. It was. It was the best fight on the card, bro. At least the best fight on the main card. What's a better division, women's flyweight or strawweight? I think strawweight probably. Flyweight seems to be getting a little bit better. You missed weight 2 times. Pulled out of multiple fights still. British journalist said McGregor wasn't ready for 5 rounds. When's Cheeto fighting? Next month. He's fighting Devison Figueiredo August something. Can you make a Creed member emoji? I'll think about it, bro. I like how you requested emojis. You got a gifted a membership. We need Tony versus McGregor at the Sphere. Imagine they book that. Do you think... Damn, Rose looking old as fuck, man. I'm regretting picking her. What do you think Chandler would do if McGregor got booked for another fight and he just found out? Because he's not going to find out from the UFC. He'll find out on Twitter. Who is the unexpected fighter from Patoja? Kaya Sakura. New signee, debutante. Joey changed the women's pick to Jasmine Jazz over Rita or whatever. You want me to pick Jasmine Jadavicius over, what was it, Santos or something? Fatine Klein. Wait, did they add an extra fight to this card that I missed? They added an extra fight, Evan Elder, Darius Flowers. I don't even know who to pick in this one. Is Darius Flowers moving down a weight class? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not going to lie, Sandhagen versus Umar card is almost ruined with all the dead bodies on the main card. You're kind of right in a way, but it is a big card. Asakura is too big for flyweight. Well, supposedly it's been reported he's fighting at flyweight. At the 306, could we have a trilogy as the main event? The Zhang versus Tatiana Suarez, co-main. Suarez is a Mexican-American, and it would make sense for the Sphere. You're right. Weili versus Suarez could make sense. Maybe that'll be on the card as well. Maybe they'll just do 2 women's title fights. Yeah. Didn't think of that. Didn't even think of that, to be quite honest. Why is Figgy, former champ, crafting his way to the title like a regular contender? Because he's the former champ because he was losing. I don't like this idea you lose your belt and then all of a sudden you go up and you get a title shot up weight class above you. That makes no sense. Have you been approached by any betting sponsors? I have, but I'm not doing that. The Sphere is going to be such a fail. I can't wait. So glad it's the uber rich that will find out. Yep. Zhang is most likely fighting MSG or Vegas in December. She's pretty inactive. We'll see. We shall see. Bro, I was talking to Mike Davis on his live earlier. Who should he fight after pulling out a Dober? Match him up real quick. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I really don't know who he should fight off the top of my head. I think I've been going brain dead lately. It's harder for me to think on my feet with matchups like that. Joe, would you rather see Sandhagen versus Nurmagomedov or Corey versus Sean? I want to see Sandhagen and Nurmagomedov first. Sean versus Merab is the fight to make. Pat, thank you for the 99 cents. Appreciate the 99 cents. If Anthony Smith would have beat up a middleweight in Roman Dolidze, he would have bragged and said there's levels to this. Yeah. I'm embarrassed for not picking Dolidze. I'm embarrassed. I'm really embarrassed. Joey, since you researched the Sphere, do you know if the fight can be broadcasted from outside the ball of the Sphere? I'm assuming that it can. I don't think they will, though. I want to know how many car accidents. I would love some statistics on traffic collisions after the Sphere and before the Sphere. You wouldn't be surprised if Suarez is still injured. She's always injured, it seems. I'm never picking Smith again. I said I wasn't, and then I picked him against Dolidze because Dolidze's shit. Davis said he wanted Patty, then BSD. He would beat up Patty. Sugar vs. Corey would be a good stand-up only fight. Dude, Corey would mix in the grappling, I think. Wonderboy said he'll be fight news coming up. Can you almost guarantee? Dude, I have a feeling he's going to be fighting Colby. I'm telling you, Dana White and the UFC desperately want to feed Colby somebody that he can beat. And don't be shocked if it's Colby Wonderboy. Which will be infuriating, honestly. And I hope Wonderboy starches him out cold. Thoughts on Ferrollo Affairs, the M announcement? I like that fight. I like that matchup. I think that's a good matchup. Ferrollo hasn't fought since he got KO'd by BSD? Or am I mistaken? Colby big draw? No. Did you notice how jealous Poirier is of Chandler? He's not, bro. He's not jealous of Chandler at all. I made an entire video on it. It's coming out after the end of the stream. Wonderboy didn't look bad against Shavkat. He got dominated for every second of the fight, and Shavkat was injured. You think Trump phoned in the matchup? No, I don't think Trump gives a fuck about Colby. I think Dana White wants kind of a Trump sycophant to get a big win and kind of be a little promotional mouthpiece for him. That's why they gave him the title fight, man. What a joke that was. What's sad is if Colby would have won the title in December, they would have stalled him out the entire year just so he could have been champion. Ian Machado, Gary needs a title shot. He needs one more win at least. When is Izzy fighting? In August, 1 month from now. Yep, Corey will make an MMA fight, most likely beat Sean, but most of these guys have to get the takedown. Does Ian Nurmagomedov grapple F Wonderboy? I think Wonderboy is actually a really tough matchup for Gary. But yeah, I think Gary would win mixing in his grappling and striking together. Cole's my favorite fighter, maybe not most talented, but def goat of a smart-ass, annoying trash talk. Okay. Alrighty. Gonna have to agree to disagree on that one. When is Data showing his Luscious V again? Probably soon in Vegas. I can't believe Darius Flowers is still in the UFC and is fighting Evan Elders. Will Flowers lose? I don't know, man. I don't know. No lie, the Sphere in person from outside is very impressive. Last year they had a basketball image for Summer League. In the daytime, it looks super realistic. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I've seen some videos of it. Any strikers is a bad matchup for Gary. Did you see MVP? Yeah, MVP landing 3 or 4 shots the entire fight was, and literally one clean shot the entire fight made him look really horrible. Not. What are your thoughts on Chimaev? I think he'll be returning soon. I would love if they booked him on next month's card. Anyone who grapples Wonderboy can win easily. It's like the strikers with Tony at this point. What happened with Conor and Chandler? You know, Chandler's been teasing the Sphere. It's not going to happen. And today Ariel said, look, there's no way Conor and Chandler fight at the Sphere. I have a whole video coming out on Poirier and what Poirier had to say about Chandler waiting around and contract situations. It's actually a really good video. That's why I made it. There was a lot of opportunities to push certain information that I've been trying to tell you guys for a while, but like hearing it from Dustin Poirier's lips made it so much easier. It was a perfect conduit. When the F is Shavkat fighting? Later this year. Ian couldn't renege choke MVP. What's he doing at Shootbox? I mean, he had it, man. He should have been able to finish it. It sucks. That would have been amazing. Does it mention him trying to leave the UFC? Conor? No. One sidekick from Wonderboy and Ian starts diving for ankles? No. Thought something massive had happened and Conor announced he was ditching Chandler for good? No. But he's going to. He's going to. And I break it down in my video. Colby's an embarrassment, agreed. Dustin went in on Chandler and it was glorious. I know, dude. I can't wait to drop the video. I wanted to drop it before the stream, but then I was going to do the stream and I was going to fuck over the video. Now I was talking about Dustin trying to... Oh, I didn't cover that, dude. That would have been way too much. The video is already like 33 minutes. So I wasn't going to make it 40 minutes. I don't like to make... I mean, I could have made this video probably 45 minutes without even any... Like, you guys know me. I don't put any filler in there. I talk about some of the tweets in the beginning. I mean, maybe you could say that wasn't as interesting, I guess, but I thought it was still worthy of mentioning and calling out Chandler for his selling of wolf ticket after wolf ticket after wolf ticket. So do you think activity should affect rankings? Of course. How is Chandler still in the rankings? Why is Leon Edwards fighting once a year? I don't know, man. Been a long time since I've been in the live chat. Pretty fun once again. Sweet, man. Happy to have you back. I don't recognize the name, though. Did you have a different name before? Joey, did you play Elden Ring DLC? I did not. Well, MVP admitted Gary won the fight today. I mean, was that even up for debate? Was that up for debate? I didn't think that was up for debate. Stipe still in the rankings? I know. Senior video on Strickland crying was a masterpiece. Thank you. Joe, I've been watching Chandler since the Bellator days, and he's always seemed self-righteous. Or am I missing something? Remember the build-ups he had with Brooks and Eddie? Dude, he always acts like this. But he always made up for it with his fight style. I don't know what to say. Chandler's just fake as hell. What's up, Joey? Two things. One, Poirier versus Hooker is the most underrated fight of all time. Probably. What's the news of McGregor fight off again? So if you watched my Sphere video, you already know. But I said there's no way that McGregor-Chandler will happen at the Sphere. And Ariel said that today. That's the gist of it. Ariel said it today. I cover it much more in detail in the video I'm going to drop in a little while. But essentially, there is very, very little possibility that McGregor-Chandler happens in the Sphere. And apparently there's some discussion of it happening in December, which I still don't believe. But Poirier absolutely destroyed Chandler. And I break it down in the video, and it gave me the perfect segue to talk about contract situations with the UFC, which I absolutely loved. I just creamed my pants, Joey. Thank you for creaming your pants while I'm on stream. Thank you. Muscle Milk Mike was a good one from Poirier. Dude, Michael Chandler's so delusional, man. Sup, guys? What's going on? Oh, I watched the video. I thought it was something newer than not the Sphere thing. Yeah, well, now we have Ariel saying there's no way it happens at the Sphere. So I just put it in the title here. But I break it down in the newest video that I'm going to drop. I'm not like leaving anything out, but I think Conor may move on to a different opponent soon. I think Conor's going to move on to a different opponent soon. I never liked Chandler after fish hooking DP, bleeding, blowing his nose and his mouth. Disgusting. When Chandler goes to sleep at night, does he think about Conor? Yes, he does. Joe, do you think Chandler should give motivational speeches for a living? You know what I meant to include? The fact that he was hanging out with Grant Cardone, known scam artist. Can't believe Chandler waited this long over a fight series. He's a dumbass. Will they cut Darius Flowers if he loses? Yes, I'll say yes. Gun to your head, who does Conor fight in his return? Gun to my head right now. And again, I'm not married necessarily to this opinion. If Conor returns to the UFC, it'll somehow be Nate Diaz. But if I had to guess, I'm going to say Conor leaves the UFC on a sunset clause provision and fights Nate Diaz in Saudi Arabia. Gun to my head, that's what I have for you right now. That may change. Someone's going to say, you said this, you said that, but you're asking me for my honest opinion. If I had to predict right now, you say, give me a super specific prediction right now, what happens with Conor? I think there's some more dates that are teased. I think eventually Conor waits out his contract, leaves the UFC sometime next year, late next year, finally returns and fights Nate Diaz in Saudi Arabia for a catastrophic, that doesn't really make sense, a ridiculous size check. Because that's what I was trying to say. So, we'll see. Joe, I think Dana and Turkey are working on a UFC-branded boxing promotion so they can put fights they want and take over a dying sport. It's possible. Dana would definitely try to manipulate him, knowing that he has deep pockets. They have to do Diaz 3, McGregor 3 in Vegas. Not if Saudi put it on. If it's not Diaz, I think Poirier is more likely than I think Poirier is more likely than Chandler right now. Like, if you had to tell me someone in the UFC definitely fights Conor next, I'd say Poirier. In the Colby Wonderboy fight, which side do you pick morally? I would want Wonderboy to win for sure. How could you not want Wonderboy to win? Colby's a pussy. Turkey Al-Sheikh probably views Dana as a toy, tells him he wants Nick Diaz. Yeah, I don't even think they know who's good and who's not. They just know certain names. Keep on pushing that stone uphill, Joey. One day you'll be covering the McGregor-Chandler post-fight. Yeah, I'll be 40. Imagine I'm literally gray. Imagine my hair is gray, and I'm talking about that. 178 watching, only 31 likes. Are you guys even fans? Yeah, if you guys could like the stream, I'd appreciate it, especially considering it's the weekly live chat. Dana cannot manipulate Turkey. I think he would try. They got so much money, they don't care, man. It's got to be hard to negotiate when you're just rich as fuck. I don't care. 10 million, 15 million, what's that, chump change? They might force Gaethje to make a quick turnaround after Holloway beating him to give Conor the easiest position top 5 win. Imagine they give Conor the Holloway BMF title fight. Imagine they give Holloway the BMF title fight. My bad, got you. Just like, thank you. Conor has mentioned Gaethje before. When? Barely. Now Holloway would smoke him now. I know, but Conor wants that BMF title. You know how gigantic that would be? And why else hasn't Topuria versus Holloway been booked yet? So, Holloway exposed Gaethje for being a one-dimensional brawler. I don't know about that. Did you ever like Colby? No. When he was active, but still, even then, it's not like he was... Like, he never really fought at the top of the division, as crazy as that sounds. Like, I just dislike him. He's super inactive, man, and he acts like he's the best fighter in the world, and he never fights. How could anyone like him? I don't like anyone that just sits around, doesn't actually fight, but talks mad shit. So at some point, you know, I never, even when I started this channel, it's not like I hated him. Like, I just hate dudes that sit around and don't fight. Why did Wonder Boy say he had fight news? I think on Instagram. Thoughts on Poirier going off on Chandler? I have an entire video dropping after the stream. I thought it was hilarious. The dead corpse of Tony Ferguson. Facts. Colby lays in praise. UFC dragging their feet, booking fights on pay-per-view cards. I know, dude. It's annoying as fuck. Every fight makes sense right now. It's easy to book every single fight. I live in 2 different states since Conor last fought. That's crazy. What states did you live in? Which states did you live in, brother? I would love to know. My friend. Diego Lopez title shot. How bad would that be? Jumping over Evil, it'd be a catastrophe and an embarrassment to the sport. I think if they gave Diego Lopez any title shot, it'd be against Max Holloway for the BMF. Guaranteed. They would hype up Diego Lopez. Well, look, he took a dude on 24 hours notice. He took a change of weight class. Then he took a dude on not even 24 hours notice. He took a fight on 2 weeks. Then he took a weight class change on 24 hours notice. Then he took a fight on 2 hours notice. He's the BMF. He deserves this opportunity. What if that's what they announced for the Sphere? Max Holloway, Diego Lopez, BMF title fight. That would be fucking mind-blowing. I hope Wonderboy refuses the contract if the UFC offers him Colby. He did what he needs to fight an upcoming fighter like Wonderboy did with Shavkat. Yeah, make Colby fight Shavkat. Why wouldn't the Riyadh pressure a good Sphere like they did for the own card? Because it's not as important for them. They won't be there most likely. Joe, your take on Max not having KO over the years a little bit off. Go watch Vinicius Oliveira versus Bernardo Sopai and tell me that's not a better KO. Especially considering you factor in the fact that he's losing the fight. Dude had a wounded gazelle in front of him, taunted him into a KO. I want Colby Brady. Brady beats Colby. You say you like active fighters which show bias towards Izzy from... That's crazy, bro. I'm literally timing you out I'm timing you out for 30 minutes for even saying that. To have the audacity to imply that Izzy's not an active fighter because he took a little bit of time off for the first time in his entire UFC career is just delusional. So why doesn't Colby or Usman force to fight guys like Ian or Shavkat? I don't know. I don't know, dude. It just is what it is. It is what it is. Joey, how are you so gosh darn cute? That's just the way I am. How does Colby Renat go? I think Renat TKOs him. I would love if they booked that. So, if Lopez finishes Max but not Ige, I fucking called it. His chin is better than Holloway's. That'd be crazy. Is he one of the most active champs? Dude, allowed to take a break for once? Exactly. Especially considering he was dealing with something. So, Joe, Yair Rodriguez wouldn't be at the Sphere. He's literally climbing Mount Everest right now. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yair's overrated. There's no dog in him. Joey Ortega's debut in lightweight division would be... Who do you think he'd be matched up with? I don't know. Maybe Charles. Would be crazy good. Would be crazy good. Joe, do you think you can beat John Jones in a fight? Of course I would. PWA. Thank you for the $4.99 support TXT. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe you're saying support, thanks. If so, you're welcome. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media. Appreciate you. We're about 2 weeks out from 304. Thank you for that astute observation, Bishop Deeds. I appreciate that astute observation. Thoughts on Pereira Aspinall as co-main and Jones Stipe? That'd be amazing. But never going to happen and would make 0 sense. Support text. Okay. Joey, the Weasel did not have Islam in the top 10 greatest spiders of all time. I don't know. I would definitely have the Tarantula above him. Maybe then the Daddy Longleg. I don't know if he'd make my top 10 spiders of all time. You know, he's not a great spider if you ask me. Aljo Lopez, Aljo KO. Okay, Darren Till gets finished by Thompson if Till made weight. Maybe. I thought Thompson won that fight anyway. Lock Joey in a room with all other MMA YouTubers and Joey's walking out. That's facts. I'm walking out like Homelander covered in blood. And that's a fact. Praying on the downfall of Leon Edwards. Well, wait 2 weeks, bro. Wait 2 weeks. Bilal's going to hand a loss to him. Mark my words. I'm picking Bilal, man. Is Dagestani privilege a thing? No. Did you see Darren Till getting taken down by a boxer? I did. I didn't have a comment or question. What's so hard to get? Yeah, you don't need to. I don't need to hear it. New Boys episode tonight. Does it come out on Wednesday or Thursday? So, how great was that scene in the boys? Which specific scene are you asking about? Are you talking about Homelander covered in blood going up the elevator? That specific scene? I thought it was just But if you're talking about what preceded that, that was craziness. Dude just straight murked everyone. Izzy was on TRT before the Costa fight. Yeah. Whenever anybody's a champion, they're on PEDs. If you think they might win, they're on PEDs. It is what it is. Thursday at 3 a.m. Okay. Thoughts on season 4? I haven't watched the first 3 in a while. But I thought season 4 is good, but not as good as the previous seasons. There was a lot of like, are they really that dumb? What's going on here? Why isn't he just murking them? And like he knows they're coming after. It's just weird. So, yeah, I know Strickland had Gyno for sure. So, yeah, look, everyone's saying Izzy has Gyno and Izzy's this and that from different random pictures, and it's all just a preemptive cope. So when Izzy KOs DDP, they can say he's on PEDs 100%. Mark my words. You can read fans like a book. I get it. So, Derek B, thank you for the $4.99. Joe, I want you to know I am loyal to you like Firecracker is loyal to Homelander. Yeah, I would definitely sit you on my lap. I would sit you on my lap. Thank you for the $4.99. Thank you for the $4.99, Derek B. Firecracker would have sent $15 at least. All right. So that wasn't for you, Joey. People are struggling with support text. Next time you come up with something witty, thank you. Joey, he didn't have that around his UFC debut. He got it around the Costa fight. Dude, people are diagnosing people with PED usage no matter what. No matter what it is. No matter what it is. If it's a fighter they don't like. Song Yudong had something similar. Nobody said a word. I'm sure you could find images of DDP looking like that. Nobody would say a word. I'm not saying that it doesn't look suspicious. So, but I'm pretty sure Gyno doesn't just show up and disappear without some type of treatment. So, any good prospects to watch for upcoming series of Contender Series? I'm not even sure who's on Contender Series yet. How is Ponzi co-main this weekend? Troubling times. Troubling times. You're hoping Izzy KOs DDP because Guru buddies with DDP. You're jealous of Guru and his subscriber count. That's very, very bizarre. That's very, very bizarre. Caught me red-handed. You got me. You got me. If you think I'm worried about any man's subscriber count. The worst part is, I genuinely think, like, I'm wondering if this motherfucker actually thinks that. Because that is the craziest thing. You were addicted to online. I've never given one fuck about anybody else's subscriber count ever in my entire life. Never even given it a second thought. I don't necessarily pay attention to other YouTube channels in general. Definitely not in the MMA space. But even in YouTube in general. That's crazy, dude. That's so bizarre. But it's just so many people think followers and subscribers and shit like that. Like, that's the end-all, be-all? Like, get a fucking life, bro. Get a life. Seen the most beautiful curve. Okay, congratulations. Joey's cool. The rest of everyone else smells like turtle ankles. I'm not sure what that does. Joey, you're missing out on House of Dragon. I watched House of Dragon. I don't know what to expect in the last 2 episodes of The Boys Season 4. There's only 2 episodes left? Damn, that's annoying. Joey, I love your take on subscribers and followers not being the end all of everything. That's real talk. Dude, way too many people are obsessed with online. Like, don't get me wrong. Everyone wants to build a following. But to act like that makes you superior to someone or makes you an authority on something or anything like that is crazy. Not going to lie, I have a feeling UFC's working on China Fight Night. Zhang Weili versus Tatiana Cejudo versus Song. Okay. Joey, how do you think Bilal's championship reign plays out? They may give Leon a rematch. But I hope they don't. And in that case, he probably fights Shavkat, and Shavkat beats him and wins the title. That's what I'm thinking. Any prospects that catch your eye at light heavyweight? Off the top of my head, no. Nothing. Some subs don't matter. Only content facts. What's crazy is I guarantee, no, I'm not specifying any particular channel. I guarantee there are many channels with way more subscribers than me that A, get less views, and B, get less watch time, which watch time is the most important. So it is what it is. You can champion around another man's subscribers and very, very bizarre. But I'll tell you this, I'm happy with the views I'm getting. I'm even happier with the watch time than I'm getting. So, who beats Carlos Ulberg? I don't know, man. He's untested yet. Should DDP have taken that fight against Izzy? At 193 or 293? Yeah, probably. Because Izzy didn't want to fight on the card. He was the only option. They needed him, so he was stuck around like a company man. Jamal still posting about 300 is hilarious. That's crazy. That is outright crazy, bro. I mean, that's straight up insanity. Dude's still talking about 300. Joey, time people out for having different opinions is alpha. Thank you, Jay. Here, I'll put you in timeout too. I didn't like your sarcasm there. How about that? Do you know Showbiz the Adult? Never heard of it. He's like the boxing channel version of Guru. Never heard of it. How can DDP win against Izzy? Grappling, and more grappling. He's going to have to out-grapple him for 5 rounds, I think. Jamal being tight about UFC 300 is hilarious. I think Ulberg would have chinned him. Dude, I wish he would have stuck in that Ulberg fight. We could have seen that play out. Buddy boy. Joe, will you give your thoughts on how Alex Pereira versus Ankalaev fight goes? I think Pereira chops the leg. Ankalaev is decently successful in the feet. It's a close fight, and then Ankalaev starts mixing in the grappling, and everyone complains about it. So, everyone complains about it because they're like, he promised he wouldn't grapple. Yeah, because he's just trying to promote the fight because people are trying to skip him over for a title shot. So he's trying to jar up some interest. So, Trigas could outstrike Izzy on the feet with his big, ugly style. Don't be so That's crazy. That's crazy. Only if the takedown's successful. I want to see Reyes KO Hill. That'd be crazy. That'd be absolutely craziness. Ankalaev versus Pereira is not going past 3. I agree. Most likely. Wouldn't surprise me at all if Ank KOs Alex. Ank has power and Alex's chin is not the best. Agreed 150%. Only one guy beat Izzy by grappling, and it was a 205er. Trikas isn't as good of a grappler as Jan and not as big, and that was Jan in his prime. Agreed. I think Izzy's going to win. I'm very confident Izzy's going to win. Unless Izzy's falling off a cliff, I'm very confident that he wins. So, saw my former employee's company vehicle on the road and almost sideswiped them. Need to invest in a slingshot. Motherfuckers owe me over $4K in unpaid wages. That's annoying as hell. How do you think fighters can do a better job of promoting themselves? Just be a little bit more of themselves. Be outspoken, but not like don't draw up anything fake. Ank doesn't have that much power just because he KO'd Walker. You know he's KO'd a lot of people. He might not. He might have the most KOs in the entire top 15 of light heavyweight. He does have power. Jay, thoughts on Ankalaev? Dumb comment about wanting to stand with Alex. I think he's just trying to promote the fight and lock up the fight. So it's crazy how many shots Izzy ate and stayed up against Alex when Hill and Yuri folded like a lawn chair. He didn't take that many big shots, though. I mean, he did take some big ones and stayed up at the end of the first fight in the UFC. But, yeah. Bootstraps and muscle milk, we got this. Chandler should get a title shot, then the BMF belt. No. Izzy Drigas ends similarly to the Costa Izzy fight. I'm hoping Izzy gives him a little hump at the end just to really drive fans crazy. Ank is by far the most defensively sound fighter. Alex will have fought. He's most defensively sound than Izzy. Yeah, Ank is super defensively sound. How big of a power-up does the war give to Bilal? I have no idea. Ank has 11 KOs. There you go. There you go, my friend. Chandler BMF fight is pretty deserved. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Have you seen the Nor Poirier interview? I have an entire video already recorded, ready to come. Pause. Ready to show up. Ready to be released. Ready to come out is what I was going to say. But then I was like, whoa. Big pause. Do you know anything about Chandler getting offered the Islam fight? No, I don't think he was. I cover that in my video as well. So look forward to that. I'm dropping it at the end of the stream. It's 32 minutes long, and it's a straight-up banger. Does Jamal make a better lawn chair than Stipe? No, he didn't fold. He didn't fold completely. How was Ank defensively sound when he got dropped by Thiago Santos? You do realize one moment in one fight isn't indicative of their entire fight style, right? Ready to break me? Okay, I'll break you for sure. I'll break you for sure, man. Hey Joey, what was your OnlyFans account name? You have to become a member to find that out. Just for his style, it is deserved, takes damage, but is exciting as hell. That's what the BMF is for. No. No. Brutally hyped for the video. Yeah, you should be. It's a brutal video for sure. Joey, if I could figure out a way to like your video more than once, I would definitely do it. Thank you sycophant. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for typing it from underneath the desk, bro. Why does Armin deserve a title shot coming off a close, boring win, hitting a fan? Mobs, you're smoking dick, bro. I'm not even responding to that. It's the dumbest question I've ever heard. Just get dropped doesn't mean you aren't overall defensively sound. Exactly. Ilia Topuria doesn't deserve a BMF belt. Kind of right. I have a feeling they're going to forego Holloway Topuria because they don't want the belts unified. So, everyone kind of had DDP striking with Rob. I don't know. Joey says DDP will almost have no success if Izzy's in good form. Is a little crazy. Dude, if Rob isn't chinny, I think Rob easily dominates him in the striking. But it's easy to say that now. He got destroyed, so it is what it is. Physically imposing. So, I wonder what it's like to have tiny arms like Jesus Aguilar. It's probably frustrating. Without video game addiction, Whitaker would be the best middleweight ever, maybe. Who would you have fight for the BMF? I don't know. I hate the BMF, so I can't even conjure up a BMF title fight. Joe, who wins Prime, Holloway, or Prime Tony? Prime Tony, I'll say. That'd be a banger, man. See the clip of Jamal meeting Alex at 303 thoughts. I just think Jamal looks like a pussy recently. If the moving up champ doesn't put his belt on the line, then the BMF belt shouldn't be on the line. Okay. That sounds really BMF. I mean, if Holloway fights for a 145 belt, they could put an interim BMF now. That used to be a joke back in the day. That used to be one of my jokes back in the day. Now you're being for real about it. The Beavis coming back. Doubtful. Is Ariel hate warranted? No. So... No. I'm still shook on interim BMF belt. What in the tarnation? That was a joke back in the day. So. I still can't believe this card we have coming up in the following week. Let me go look at Tapology. Because that's really bumming me out. I don't even want to look at that card. Lemos versus Janjadoba. Yeah. That's brutal. We lost Dan Ige versus Joe Anderson Brito. We lost Dan Ige versus Chepe Mariscal, which was arguably the best fight on the card. It sucks, guys. This card sucks ass. This is a bad card. Luana Carolina, Lucy Pudilova, Brian Kelleher, Cody Gibson. The fact that Kurt Holloway is maybe featured fight on the card. Ew. Ew. It is what it is. Do you think using Izzy's win over Pereira to prop him up higher is difficult to consider a different weight class? No, I think it makes it look even better. The fact that Pereira went up and is having success at another weight class makes the Izzy win even stronger. Joey, there has to be a different KO of the year if you think Oliveira got the KO off the year. Was it because he was losing? It was a crazy KO and he was losing the fight. Way better than Max Holloway's KO. Topuria's KO of Volk was better, in my opinion, as well. I mean, what are you judging KO of the year based off of? Just aesthetically, how it looked? Is that the only thing you're judging it for? Because, I mean, the Max Holloway KO was aesthetically pleasing because he just flatlined him face down, but it meant he beat him up for 4 rounds. Dude coaxed the dude that he beat up for 4 rounds into baiting him into getting KO'd. I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to have female fight have separate cards and pay-per-views for women shit. Put WNBA, women, UFC on the same card. Okay. Interim BMF is almost a guarantee at this point. It better not. Michael Chandler KO over Tony doesn't get talked about enough. Don't even bring that up to me. Do not even bring that up to me. I was pissed, man. I was pissed. I was picking Tony. Even though everyone was telling me he was a dead corpse. So now Tony's going to win. Tony's going to win. And sure enough, Tony wins the first round and then gets starched out in the second. It's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking to watch for a multitude of reasons. Depressing as hell. I want to forget about that completely. Well, what do you have to judge a KO of the year for? I think aesthetically, level of opposition, circumstances, I think is a big factor. Circumstances for me is the biggest factor. So the fact that Topuria went out there and KO'd Volk to take the belt from him at featherweight was craziness. And flatlined him too. Flatlined him. Was the last fight that Tony had a decent round in? Yep. Unfortunately, yes. Hill should move up to heavyweight and get chinned or move down to middleweight and get chinned. Yeah, he should just go get chinned regardless. Can't wait for the interim. Dude, if they do interim BMF, I'm going to be so sick. I'm going to be sick to my stomach, bro. It's just going to be so annoying. Chandler KO was really at the end of Tony. He looked even more horrible since the DS fight. I think Chandler kind of really ended Tony. Tony was bad then, but yeah. It is what it is. I can't believe Tony's career is over, man. Joe, you're looking like quite the physical specimen. Thank you. Chandler has 2 UFC wins, I know. 1 if you only count the win over Hooker. Busting with the boys vlog. Chandler looks faded in gambling. He probably is, dude. It wouldn't shock me if Conor turns Chandler into an alcoholic. Wouldn't shock me. As a Tony fan, it's hard to come to the realization that Khabib would have mauled him. I knew that before Tony was even out of his prime. I knew that Khabib would destroy him. Look what Danny Castillo did to him. So, if Danny Castillo's doing that, or Castillo's doing that, what do you think Khabib would do? So, elbows off the bottom was the only cope. Danny Castillo from Team Alpha Male. Yup, I remember watching that. UFC 177, if I'm not mistaken. Main event, TJ Dillashaw, Joe Soto. Prime Tony was not Conor, Dustin, and Gaethje. Tony had a legit ground game. Okay. He would have got the fuck beat out of him. He got TKO'd via ground and pound, bro. It's sad we never got to see it, but Khabib would have beat the fuck out of him 150 million%. Would have never even been close. See what I just sent you? Dude, you do realize this is the message I just sent you previous to that, right? It's exact. Well, I guess I didn't tell you all of it. But, yeah, I saw that. I already have it in my video I'm dropping at the end of the stream. That exact clip. I'm putting it. I have it in my video that I'm dropping at the end of the stream, which will be in like 40 minutes or so. Did Joe Soto fight for the belt? He did. But I hope it's true as well. But I didn't talk about that main event. I was just saying, look, it's definitely not Chandler McGregor. So, I'm just hoping O'Malley Merab gets made for this fear. Me too. Stipe lawn chair jokes are too much. They kill me every time. I'm glad that I can pleasure you with my Stipe. My Stipe, fold it like a lawn chair jokes. Invite him over for Memorial Day. Invite him over for 4th of July. Invite him over for Labor Day. We're going to need some extra folding chairs. Even though I knew Max would have lost to Khabib, I would still wanted to see it. He would have lost badly. Might put some money on Stipe. That interview was a banger. I'm done, bro. I'm done. I couldn't watch that shit. I saw a little bit of it. That shit was horrible. Jay, am I the only person thinking in the chat about millions for Nate for MMA and boxing? What am I missing? Shit is so fucking weak. I don't even know what that question is. I'm not even sure what you're asking. How does O'Malley Merab end? O'Malley ground and pound TKO, 4th round. Honestly, think if I started doing MMA, I could beat Tony. I would beat Tony right now. Joey, no shot Saudi would allow women to headline the Sphere. They literally are asking for women on the next Saudi card. Just so you know. It's on video. They should just have CM Punk at the Sphere, Dustin versus Conor, intro on BMF. Imagine what an embarrassment that would be. Imagine what an embarrassment that would be. Complete and utter humiliation. So, Joe, I'm done. I am done. I can't believe, before you know it, we're going to be at 304. Before you know it. It looks like Diego Lopez is back to training, so he's going to be fighting at the Sphere. It's a matter of who. If they book Max Holloway, Diego Lopez, I swear on my life, and they're going to promote it as he took the Ortega fight on 2 weeks' notice. He took the Ortega change of weight class on 24 hours' notice. He took Dan Ige on 2 hours' notice. That's how they're going to promote it. I said, how can we not give him a BMF title shot? I'm telling you right now, Holloway, Lopez, BMF, don't be shocked if that headlines the Sphere. Don't be shocked if that headlines the Sphere. I just keep getting sick thoughts of that. Because think about it, the BMF is just supposed to be a fun little gimmick title. But yeah, how can you not give him the BMF? Holloway, Ige? No, that's not going to happen. By the way, Lopez is done for if he fights Max unless he catches him in a sub somehow. Joe, what other sports do you watch if only MMA? Football, baseball, disc golf. But not that much. Who do you think Wonderboy's fighting? Colby? Colby or MVP? Joe, are there any fights that get you to go to attend another live card? I don't know, dude. It's just a pain in the ass to go. If I want to cover it for the channel, it's like, how am I going to cover it? Does elevation play a factor on Saturday? Be honest, because it seems like it always play a factor. It could. I didn't even think of that, to be honest. Forgot it's in Denver. Up until you said something right now. Interim BMF is going to be huge. Dude, if they ever do an interim BMF, I may have to debate about me getting out of the sport. I might have to debate. Dude, Diego Lopez is also posting his tattoo. Dream, believe, and make it happen. So help me God. If this dude fights for the BMF at the Sphere, I'm going to be heated. It'll be infuriating, actually. It'll be actually infuriating. BMF Joey, you got to change the name. Because they don't have to complain about it. Everyone will be like, why are you complaining? This is a great fight. It's a great fight. Why are you complaining? It'll be Mexican, Brazilian privilege. Hey, Joey, can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? I can. Who's the grappling advantage between Wonderboy and MVP? Probably Wonderboy. MVP's dog shit. Always has been. At grappling. BMF belt is the most important belt in all UFC. Stop. Imagine a Bauer slap BMF. Wouldn't shock me, dude. Dana does a whole bunch of weird, crazy shit. Wouldn't shock me at all. Would it shock you? How do you think Yuri would have done at light heavyweight Jones? Jones would have wrecked him bad. Yuri would have never won the belt. Would have never, ever won the belt. Ever. Chandler could beat MVP? Yeah, if he doesn't get starched out in the first minute. The BMF should be Gary versus Bilal, agreed. Have you guys seen Luana Santos? Is that true? Is there really leaks? But no, I don't look that shit up. Cortez is smoking hot. I'm glad you're a simp for her. Tony versus Conor makes sense. Watch them do a post-limb power slap at the Sphere. Dude, wait till they do it in intermission between fights. They're going to do a power slap off on the UFC broadcast. Do you think Jones not finishing Anthony Smith's a bad luck? I mean, how many years ago was that now? Anthony Smith was much better back then. Joe, when you saw Val versus Grasso 2, was that an outrageous 10-8 round? Yeah, it was completely ridiculous and ludicrous. Now we see why Colby doesn't fight. He's winning at poker. Who knows how much he took home? Does anyone actually know? Cortez's finish comes Saturday. Can't wait for you Simps to start crying. Hottest UFC female fighter. She's main eventing it, not this week, but next week. Is Conor considered a dead body now? Kind of. Kind of. They let Paige Van Zandt cheat at power slap. She was flinching the side treatment. Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. Where did the Jones Gave rumor start from? I think just online fans are just making shit up. But, I mean, everyone knows it's actually not true. We saw what happened when everybody hyped up Gone. Do you remember, JJ, do you remember some of the streams from that week of Jones versus Gone? Do you remember the streams from that week? I do. I vividly remember those streams. Trey, who would you pick in Max Topuria? Probably Topuria. Can't wait for UFC fighters to have a nickname like Slap for Cash and Wolverine. Oh, my goodness. Slap for Cash. Slap for Cash. Imagine that's what you're known by, is Slap for Cash. Since your first UFC event, has the game gotten way more evolved? Yeah. It has changed a lot, man. Basically, when I started watching, calf kicks were basically non-existent. Dead serious. What do you think Rogan's always like? Oh, calf kicks. Calf kicks were basically non-existent in the sport when I started watching. They only kicked the thigh. When I first started watching, they only kicked the thigh. They never kicked the calf. So, bro, I was working, spamming in the chat, Jones will lose, and you said he always prevails. I told you, bro. You remember the streams of that week? Jones would do Aspinall like Gone. Wouldn't shock me. Joe, do you like reading about true crime? Yes. You seem sad or tired? Neither. I'm a little bit tired, maybe. Maybe a little bit tired, but I'm also thinking I got to release this video at the end of the stream, and I don't know. Well, I uploaded it. I was ready to release it, and I said, you know what? Let me do my stream first. I could legit see someone dying from power slap. Bear palm is hard. Dude, power slap's such an embarrassment. If anyone really thought Gone would beat Jones, they're fucking stupid. Dude, a lot of people did. Joey, I said it before. If Ilia can KO Max, it'd be the craziest back-to-back fights ever. It would be, dude. If Ilia goes out there and starches Max, if that fight happens, that'd be crazy. I vividly remember the pre-285 stream. The whole chat was calling it crazy. Dude, mad people were calling me fucking stupid. And what did I say? I said Jones always rises to the occasion. I even bet on Jones to win inside 2 minutes. I bet money on Jones finishing inside 2 minutes. Pause. I think the wear and tear has a good chance of making Jones lose to Aspinall. Very possible. No one thought Gone would win, but we thought it would be a good fight. Now, everyone. Now, I won't say everyone. A good percentage. Let's go back and look. I would say at least 40% probably picked Gone. Let's take a look. Let's see what Tabology has. 40% basically has Gone. But it was more than that, honestly. It felt like more than that. One line, a lot. Everyone was picking against Jones because they don't like Jones. Jones was a slight favorite. And he beat him at 204 into the first round. I would have won a shit ton of money. Same hating on Ian Machado, Gary. Facts, bro. 20, 30 people never return after seeing Gone get rolled. Dude, there was people in the chat waiting for Jones to lose so they could rub it in, and they just left, bro. They just left. Or what about my pre-287 stream? Everyone was telling me, you picked Adesanya by KO. You fucking idiot. Adesanya ain't KO and Pereira. What are you, delusional? If Adesanya wins, he's only going to win by decision. I said, nah, he's going to flatline him. I said, Pereira's going to get over-aggressive. He's going to flatline him. Flatline him. I literally said Pereira's going to come in itching to get a finish, get over-aggressive, and get flatlined brutally. Go watch my prediction. That will go down in history. That should have got me more clout. I literally said Pereira's going to be over-aggressive and play right into Izzy's game, and Izzy's going to flatline KO him. Even Izzy reposted that shit, I know. Your prediction gave me chills. It's like you watched the fight already. I know. I literally said Pereira's going to look for the KO. He has utter confidence that he can finish Izzy, and Izzy thrives when you pressure him. And he's going to walk into a shot. And I literally said he's going to get brutally KO'd, and a lot of people are going to be shocked by the brutality of the KO because he's going out cold flatlined. And I said late second round as well. It was crazy. Hall of Fame prediction, Izzy Pereira too. Yeah. Facts. That was one of the crazy. That's the craziest prediction I have on the channel. Because it's literally, if you go back and watch it, you're like, there's no way. And then you check the date. You're like, there's no way he could have faked this date. You know what I mean? If you watched it previous, you knew. It's one of the craziest prediction videos I ever did. Let's go back and look at some of the comments on it. I got some comments after the fact. $287 prediction. Here we go. Let's go look at some of the comments. Let me take a look. Only got 184 likes. Only got 3.8 views. Bruh must be a prophet with that prediction. Israel Adesanya second round KO on point. GOAT prediction. I'm here after you proved the doubters wrong. Damn, nice prediction. And then I think some of these are going to be like pre-fight comments. How can you say Izzy's a better striker when Alex Power's part of striking dominates? Use some logic, bro. Start with the premise that power's an element of striking. I'm picking Izzy by decision. I think he's going to outpoint him. Man, you got crazy shout out. Go watch it. I don't know what that is. Elite of the elite. Alex Pereira outlanded Izzy on strikes. Izzy threw more. Alex actually outlanded. You should do more research. Bro, how did you know? Last time Izzy KO'd anyone, it was 3 years ago. He has pillow hands. His biggest strength is leg kicking at range and looking for a counter. But he just can't KO anyone that doesn't blitz in like a dummy like Whitaker did in their first fight. Izzy already tried wrestling in their first fight and it worked until it didn't. Alex came into Izzy's domain and took his confidence. The way people view the last fight is frustrating, honestly. On a technical basis, Pereira outstruck him for most of the fight. If Pereira didn't get rocked at the end of round one, Izzy didn't get finished and Izzy didn't get finished in round 5. Literally would have been 3-2 Pereira on technical striking. Delusional. So, just refuse to learn that lesson. Pereira has a long highlight reel of catching elite fighters. Izzy can't counterpunch when he's counting stars. If Alex comes out and pressures Izzy off rip, he's going to walk into something. There you go. Someone agree with me. Alex first round KO. I'm betting UFC wants Pereira to win the fight. It'd be funny if Izzy trains his grappling to the edge. What a prediction. I'm looking at some of the recent ones. Pereira by KO. Bro, you're giving Izzy way too much credit. His best chance to beat Alex was the last fight. Alex KO. There you go. So I read through it. Pretty funny. Pretty funny, dude. It's pretty funny. You're the reason I'm an MMA fan at the moment. Awesome, dude. I'm happy for you. I predicted Sean and Izzy fight. Everyone hated me for it, and I speak the truth and logic. Therefore, I can never be wrong. Okay. Remember when you picked Masvidal against Colby? I did. It wasn't a bad pick at the time, bro. And look at it now. They're both dead bodies, and I guess always have been. So the strawweight division is missing something. Fair enough. Did you ever respond to any of them? Nah, I don't think so. I don't really care that much. Like, we got to enjoy a cool fight, man. I don't need to go rub it in everyone's face. I can take victory laps when I make video after video after video and call it wrong, and then I get to put out the vindication. If Poirier didn't get his eye gouged, who knows what happened? Exactly. Izzy's flaw in his boxing, that's why Strickland dominated him. No. Izzy was injured going to that fight and had other stuff going on as well. And didn't want to fight on the card, but had to. Joe, what's your favorite cheat meal? Shut up. Do you think Prime Habib beat Strikas? No. Probably too big. Joey, can you agree that the Gloves title run was fun to watch? I don't know what you're saying. Is he really isn't skinny at all? He's muscle. He's big 180. He's not a big 185er. Who'd you pick between Till and Woodley? I picked Till. I picked Till, unfortunately. Even though I thought Till was a bum, I thought Woodley was on his way out. I thought Till was a bum, but I thought Woodley was on his way out, and I thought Till had a massive size advantage. And by the way, someone making fun of my Colby Masvidal prediction, Masvidal did win. Masvidal KO'd him outside of a restaurant, and Colby went and called the police. Glover's title run? Sure. Glover's title run was amazing. What do you think about Izzy cutting weight for the Yan fight? I don't think he did cut weight for the Yan fight. But if you want to believe that, that's fair enough. Look, it's so weird how people make up narratives about certain fighters. Dude weighed in under 200 pounds. So, bring back the off-white Venom shirt. I never had an off-white Venom shirt. Masvidal and Colby are 1-1 exactly. What's crazy is Strickland gets the next shot and fights DDP and loses. He's going to get one win, and he's going to start waiting for another title shot and say he's 1-1 with him. Yeah, but he's going to be 0-2. I don't know how anyone thinks Izzy wasn't injured going into the Strickland fight. They just don't like Izzy, so they think that's taken away from Sean, but it's just not. Do we think about this? Colby and Usman tried taking Leon down with Bilal striking being almost pillows. How does Bilal win again? Bilal's going to put the pressure on him, put volume on him, and he's not going to be afraid to look for the takedowns. And Leon's going to gas. Clickbait title, what's up with McGregor Chandler? McGregor Chandler is definitely not happening at the Sphere. Dropping a video at the end of the stream. Joe, he was like 196 fighting at 205. No way he was cutting. Yeah, he cut 10 pounds to look like... Dude, people just make up shit. It's weird. People have an obsession with Israel Adesanya. It's beyond bizarre. So, I don't know. Just silly. Izzy cage weight is higher than what he weighed versus Jan. What was his cage weight? Since you know. Were they even doing weigh-ins like that then? I don't think so. Casuals never followed Masvidal's career. Dude, Masvidal was one of the most underrated fighters for a long time, and then after the flying knee KO, became one of the most overrated fighters. I heard you started when you found out McGregor wasn't going to headline the Sphere. Okay. All right. Bilal is our first. Okay. I would start Izzy in chest. Any smart fan knows that Izzy Strickland fight was a fluke. Facts. They don't want to admit it. So, they don't want to admit it. 200 subs since hitting 23K. We just tight. More than 200. It just doesn't pop up. Is McGregor vs. Chandler actually off again? It's never really on, to be quite honest. What is worse, addicted to weed or porn? I don't know, dude. You heard Masvidal was 14 pounds heavier than Diaz in their boxing match? No, I don't pay attention to any of that. I don't give a fuck about boxing. Joey, you were picking Jorge over Kamaru on Fight Island? No. Hell no. I picked Usman in both Jorge fights. Fluke or not, win is win. That's true. I swear Izzy posted a 210-pound pick on the scale after weighing. Okay. I have no idea. I have no idea if he did that or not. I don't remember seeing that. You have to find it for me. I used to be a big Izzy hater, but switched up after all the hate he gets. Dude, he gets way too much hate. It's crazy. What do you expect? What do you expect? You got people making up weird narratives about a man just because they don't like that he's champion. It's going to be hilarious, though, because it's going to be fun to watch the fan base melt down if he wins. Like, if he loses, it's no sweat off my back. But if he wins, it's going to be hilarious. So, who'd you pick, Sergey or Tom? Sergey, unfortunately. Sergey. I think originally I was thinking about picking Tom, but then I was like, nah, I'm going Sergey. Izzy can't crack an egg with his punches. He cracked Pereira's egg. Pause. I do agree Izzy gets way too much hate. He does. He does. I picked Pav too. I just thought he'd be in better shape considering he was prepared to be the backup. I think you should take into account how chinny Izzy's KOs were apart from the Costa were. I think DDP can take some shots early and Izzy doesn't finish late. Okay, then it'll be Izzy Izzy via decision, most likely. Remember the live chat with 1K people? Yeah, that was that a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago. That was insane. Izzy knocked Pereira out cold while injured. Facts. Paddy Pimblett is the best grappler at 155. Adesanya made me a hardcore fan. Awesome, dude. I think you should debate some of these YouTubers. I don't give a fuck what anyone else says. In the fight announcement for getting video regarding Sergey versus Tom, you picked Tom. Okay, I thought I picked him as an early pick, dude. Whenever I change my early picks, I'm always wrong. So, you like reading about true crime? Yes. Do too many of younger black fighters try to mimic Mayweather, scared to lose? And I don't know if there's any evidence to even support that. Someone made a video about your take on Izzy Trikas is delusional. Look, hey, dude, my logic is sound and airtight. People can try to clout chase off my name all they want. If that's true, I don't care. But thank you for letting me know, I guess. I don't understand the Izzy hate. I really don't. What do you think? There's quite a few reasons, but there's one a good driving factor too. I'm worried DDP will press Izzy and Izzy will have flashbacks to a Strickland loss. Nah, Izzy will tee him up. Izzy's footwork is really good. Even though he's in witness protection, I bet Gon is licking his chops at the Sergey matchup. Yeah, he probably wants that matchup now. So what's your thoughts on Pavlovich loss to Volkov? Pavlovich was overrated just because he was getting KO'd. So, I mean, if that's what I think, that's stupid as fuck. I don't know what you mean. Boxing over MMA. What are you doing here then? What are you doing here? I'm very confused. By the way, guys, we got over 200 people in here. We don't even have 100 likes. If you guys could like the stream, also please do me a favor. I'm about to drop a video at the end of the stream, a banger. If you guys could subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. So, yeah. Babe, I got to pull out Joey's live. That's facts. Most people, you haven't been very active in the Discord, Ty. You joined the Discord, you're not even active. I'm just messing with you, but still. Most people hate Izzy for dumb reasons like nails, but there's also the dog thing. But I think that's dude, the dog thing is basically completely made up. It's basically completely made up. People keep saying, Joey, how are you going to deny this? It's literally made up. It's literally made up. It's very bizarre that people would take that video and pretend like it's some type of sexual act, but it's just the notorious, hate that he gets. So it is what it is. What are your most favorite true crime cases to read about? I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't have a specific one. There was that college campus killing that I was reading about it quite a bit a while back. It's weird hearing Izzy stance on the DDP African stuff. Meanwhile, he's very chill with Kai Kara France calling himself. I don't know what that means. So, Izzy has a heightened frame of it too. Dude, you're full of shit. People just make that shit up to try to discredit what he did. So, it's still weird to feed your dog like a baby. Dude, who gives a fuck? You know how many people get licked on the face by their dogs all the time? So, what do you think of Roman Dolidze? I think he's garbage. So, hey, Joey, thank you for letting me borrow that 5K. You're welcome, bro. I told you not to tell anyone about it, though. So, Joe, why did Dana call the Sphere event a love letter to Mexico? I don't know. He just makes up shit. Izzy left him frozen like Elsa. Yeah, he did leave Pereira. So he did leave him frozen like Elsa for sure. Who would in a fight, John Jones or a grizzly bear in the octagon? A grizzly bear. You got 5, I got 10. Izzy needs a height and reach advantage to compete at higher levels. So you just made that up, I guess. You're just making up stuff. You need to read about the murders. Family was 4, found brutally murdered. The killer stayed in their house for at least a few hours. The case has stuck with me for a while. Did they never find him? Did they never find him? Is that what happened? Let me take a picture of this real quick so I remember. That's crazy. Joe, I noticed in your predictions you don't mention what kind of dogs the fighters have. How do you know who's going to win if that's the case? I know. Strickland is gay, though. Probably, but who cares? So. Can't fight good fighters in his own size. All right, we get it. John Jones missing one arm versus Anthony Smith. I take John Jones all day. I take John Jones all day with one arm over Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith's a dead body, dude. Absolute, complete, and utter dead corpse. I have a cat. Does that make me pound for pound? It puts you on the list. It puts you on the list for sure. I think. Joey, Dana has been over-promising and under-delivering pretty regularly lately. Agreed. He doesn't shoot guns. Okay. Smith needs an interim belt ASAP. Sure. Give the man an interim belt. Give the man an interim belt for sure. Let me see. Okay. Make sure everything's good here. "32 minutes and 9 seconds is the new video. This is a great video, though. It's a great video we're dropping at the end of stream. I think the Evil Genius bank heist in Erie, Pennsylvania is a fascinating story. What's that story? Who's the worst ranked fighter in every division? I can't do that right now. No, they never found the killer. It's crazy because he left behind a lot of evidence like fingerprints, his blood, and even used the family's toilet without flushing. I think I have heard that before. Dude took a shit, right? That's crazy, man. And dude got away with it. Probably just a random crime. Who's the best trash talker currently in the UFC? Islam Makhachev. I think. Damn, that's crazy. Bro pooped and killed his family. That's crazy. I know. The pizza guy. Yeah, I've watched a documentary on that one. Can't they get his DNA from his shit? Yeah, but if you don't have a DNA, people think you just have DNA. It just matches up. That means you still have to have their DNA to match it up with. Dude didn't even have the courtesy. Imagine just murking someone and shit, leaving a log in their toilet. Yeah, and didn't the collar end up blowing up and killing him? Working but had to step outside for a little whiff of crack. That makes sense, dude. Yeah, I feel sorry for the pizza guy. Should I not only beat my meat, but my wife and my little brother as well? How can I not be ranked in the top 10? I don't know. Maybe you lose in a big fight and then cry about it for like a couple months afterwards, and maybe you get ranked. Shot himself on cam dressed as Darth Maul because his favorite singer got a boyfriend. Never heard of that. Who's that? With 23andMe, they can go through their family to find him. That's how they caught the Golden Gate serial killer. Yeah, I have heard of that. Like you when you do 23andMe, you give them permission to cross-reference, which is crazy. The Wisconsin Slender Man killings happened near me. My high school was shook for days. That's crazy. Yeah, cops sat there for hours. Bomb squad was stuck in traffic. I know, dude. That's sad. Didn't they think he was in on it? Pizza delivery driver bomb dead. Spiriters. Brian Swell. Immediately after his death, investigators searched Wells' house and found a list of people he knew, including 2 prostitutes unknown to the other members of his family. One of the prostitutes frequently he knew was Kenneth Barnes, who dealt crack and whose house was used by the prostitutes. Wells participated in the planning of the bank. Oh, so he was a part of this. Participated in the planning of the bank robbery the day before and was aware of the complex plot. He believed the bomb would be fake but would serve as an exculpatory evidence if he got caught. According to FBI affidavit, 2 witnesses confirmed that Wells talked about the robbery about a month before it occurred. Wells says he was seen leaving Rosenstein's house the day before the incident. The investigator believed he participated in a rehearsal. It was believed that Wells was killed to reduce the number of witnesses. Wells' family and friends dispute his involvement in the bank robbery and his own death. According to them, Wells was accosted at gunpoint and forced to wear the bomb. That's sad. We'll never truly know. That sucks. The responding officers did not attempt to disarm the device, instead of focusing on clearing the immediate area of pedestrians and ensuring Wells could not detonate the device. The bomb squad was called at 3:04, at least 30 minutes after the first 911 call from the bank, and about 10 minutes after Wells was arrested. At 3:18, 3 minutes before the bomb squad arrived, the bomb detonated and blasted a fist-sized hole in Wells' chest, killing him in seconds. Traffic congestion in the area delayed the bomb squad's arrival. That sucks. What a shitty way to go if he thought it wasn't real. Don't they send your DNA to government database if you do 23andMe? I think you have to give them permission. Have you seen the video about the Uber driver? No, I have not. I have not at all. I'm licking my lips for the new video tonight, like Chandler for an official Conor fight. Facts. Just joined live. What's the latest walk-on kid? Conman McGregor. I forgot how to pronounce that. El Dominante. Chill out with all this info. I'm eating. Shut your mouth. Joe, my wife beats me and I'm on the pound for pound list. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to drop the video in a little bit. I'm going to end the stream and drop the video at the end of the stream. Do you go to the casino? Rarely. Haven't been in years, but I have been before. Diamante. Just a walk-on kid from Springdale, Arizona. Facts. Facts, 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 facts. Dude, this new Chandler video is a straight up banger. It's gonna be a smashing success for sure. A smashing success. Joey, all right, I already read that. All right, let me X out all these tabs. I'm gonna get ready and go here shortly so I can drop the video while it's still a reasonable time. Let's see. Let's cook up a comment. I always like to leave a good comment. What should the comment on my new Chandler video be? Anyone? Anyone got anything good? Make the video exposing Power Slap. Dude, I just don't know if I want to. Yeah, Chandler and Dana, your top horses. What does that mean? Diamante. Diamante. See you at the top. My foot was a fucking balloon. Dude, you know what's crazy? Everyone always commends Conor. Oh, he'll fight injured. He'll fight injured. Yeah, but not without fucking talking about it for ages. See you at the top. It's been 84 years. See you at the top. Quote some Creed shit. I'm 6 feet from the edge. I'll just put a see you at the top. Look at the cream, yeah. Look at the cream, yeah. Let me get the link for this video real quick. Yeah, we went an hour and a half. I got left hand, and a left shoulder. I don't know what you're getting at here. What do you mean McGregor Chandler's off again? It's definitely not happened at the Sphere. Chandler bent but not broken. Weed's tight. I'm trying to think of a banger comment, but I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. See you at the top. I got one dude on my mind. From where I come from, that constitutes an ass eating. I mean beaten. Joe, you have the sickest references. Yeah. So I'm about to drop the video here in a second. Here in a split second. Let me copy the link. Let me hit this here. Done. Done. Okay, I'm going to post the link in chat for you boys. Joe, you have the sickest reference. Chandler told Conor to come break me. Let's do... we'll do 2 comments. Michael Chandler, when he finds out he's not fighting Conor McGregor at the Sphere. Sean Strickland emojis. And then Michael Chandler really left his family in early January for a fight that may literally never happen. That's good. I think that's pretty good. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Jay, I'm going to show where's my 4-month badge. I don't know. There's not a 4-month badge. I'm actually doing some rearranging on badges soon. Guys, subscribe to the channel. Like the stream. You're about to get the first look at Dustin Poirier humiliated Michael Chandler for waiting for the Conor McGregor fight. And it's a straight up fucking heater. Heater, boys. I'm about to drop the link in the chat. Can the members who are in here spam emojis right now before we drop the video? Can the members who are in here? Unbreakable titanium shin bone. Michael Chandler versus wife's lover announced for the Sphere. But yeah, it's a heater of a video. It's a half hour long, which I'm sorry about. But yeah, let's get some emojis in chat. Let's get some emotes in chat. I'm done. I'm done. It's a banger. It's a banger. Can't wait to drop it. I'm about to drop the link with the drum roll. We'll check it out when you are done. Yep, I'm gonna drop the link right now, and I'm gonna end the stream. You guys are the first people to ever see this video. First people. Listen. Every person that goes from this stream to the video, comment something like "see you at the top," "one dude on my mind," or something hilarious regarding Chandler waiting around and doing absolutely nothing. Okay? Make sure to comment on it, like it, watch it from beginning to end. If you're watching this stream later, go watch the video if you haven't. Thank you guys for joining me. Here is the link. Here is the link. Here is the link. Here is the link. Boom. Goodbye. Good night. Appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you later. See you at the top.